In the previous training video, we learned about AR rates and rate sets. In this training video, we'll be talking about rate sets for accounts payable. AP is short for accounts payable. But before we begin, you may be wondering why there are AR rates and AR rate sets for accounts receivable, but there's only an AP rate set for accounts payable. Where are the AP rates? Here's the answer. USCED used to have both AP rate sets and AP rates, but eventually the legacy AP rate system was replaced by the superior USCED paperwork system. What this means is that the term AR rate sets is now misleading because it no longer is a set of anything. With that in mind, let me show you what an AP rate set looks like now. We're going to select the AP rate set option from the billing menu. Here we can see a list of all our current AP rate sets. We're going to create a new one by clicking on the Create a New AP Rate Set button. We have some fields to fill out here. The name is the label that you want to give this AP rate set. This label is what's used when displaying the selected AP rate set to your users. The invoice label is the label you want to use when showing this rate set to your service providers. Select the service line to put this AP rate set under. Each AP rate set can only be associated with one service line. The pay region is one of the 4 criteria used to determine which pay rate to use to pay the service provider. There are 2 zip codes involved in each assignment: the zip code in the service provider's human resources address and the zip code in the location selected for the service request. On-site services typically use the service request location, and remote services typically use the service provider human resources address. When the holiday field is set to yes, the billable hours are doubled for the service provider. The holiday field also indicates whether or not this AP rate set should be used for paying service providers for service requests that fall on a company holiday. This is used as a hint to help schedulers decide which AP rate set to select. Now we are at the last 4 fields, which are really important. The last 4 fields control which rates to pull from the accounts payable paperwork. The first 2 fields apply only to freelance service providers. The last 2 fields apply only to staff service providers. There are 12 possible pay indexes to use, and they correspond to the 12 rate sets up in the accounts payable paperwork. If we select pay index number 5 here, this corresponds to the pay rate number 5 in the accounts payable paperwork. There is also one special pay index you can choose, and that is pay index 0. It has the label of not paid by time. If the 0 pay index is selected, what will happen is the service provider will not be paid an hourly rate. This service provider may still be paid the applicable fees defined in the paperwork. Clicking on the Save Changes button updates the database. We have successfully created a new AP rate set and can start using it to pay service providers for assignments that has this rate set selected. We may want to restrict a service provider's accounts payable paperwork to apply only to assignments that have this rate set selected. To demonstrate that, let's modify one of our current service providers. Here, we can see that this service provider's freelance pay paperwork applies to all AP rate sets. Let's restrict this paperwork to apply only to our new AP rate set. click on the Update button here. Switch to the Accounts Payable tab. And in this tab, we can update the AP rate set field by switching it to our new AP rate set. Let's hit Save Changes. Now we can see that this paperwork and all of the pay rates listed in the paperwork will apply only to assignments that have our new AP rate selected. This concludes the training on AP rate sets.